rugby legend, Martin Offiah, who scored 500 tries. Can I just start with that, Martin? 500
501
tries.
To be precise.
501, which makes you officially the top try scorer in English rugby history. How does that feel for you? That's such an achievement.
Yeah, I'm the third highest of all time, in the world of rugby league. But yeah, the highest scoring Englishman of all time. Obviously got the statue outside Wembley. Got some great memories I created at Twickenham and Wembley. Had some fantastic times, and yeah, I always say in life, you got to squeeze that orange as much as you can, and I think I squeezed that rugby orange as much as I could.
What's it like watching the lads of today? I mean, is there one player in that team that you feel you can see a bit of yourself in them?
There's lots of great wingers who have played the game, since I've retired. Johnny May, I know he didn't make it into the Lions squad, but he's a winger who's very quick, and legend. I love watching him playing for England. Reece Zammit, the Welsh winger who actually made it onto the Lions tour. Yeah, he's another winger who I love watching. Yeah, love to see the speed, love to see the excitement, the try scoring. Yeah, that's the part of the game that obviously I was involved with, and that's the part of the game that I love to watch.
Do you think we're favourites in the next Six Nations?
I think England are always going to be favourites for the Six Nations. I think just because obviously the Premiership is the biggest competition, in the British Isles. I know the French competition, their 14, it rivals it, and they pump a lot of money into it. But I think England are always favourites because of they've got so many strong clubs with the way that the competition is set up.
And do you still have stuff to do with rugby, even though you're retired now? Do you still have any clubs that you go and help out with?
The Wigan Club just produced their retro T-shirts in their club shop this week. They came out and they sent me one. It's emblazoned with my name on it. So, I'm still proud to know that you're still keeping a hand in there. Next week I'm going to dinner at Twickenham. For Tom Hewby is going to be the first black chairman of the RFU. Fantastic. So he's invited me to dinner at Twickenham. So so I still have my hand in there, and it's nice to be invited to all these events.
And what brings you to the British Motor Show? How does it feel to be here? Are you a big car fan yourself, Mike?
I'm a big car fan myself. I'm less of a petrol head. I was more of a kind of guy back in the 90s. We're driving slowly with the roof down, listening to some tunes in my Mercedes SL. But now I'm more down the sustainability angle. I am a brand ambassador for Connected Curb. We had a stand here yesterday. Connected Curb are an electric vehicle charging infrastructure company. I am an avid EV advocate and driver. I drive a Tesla Model S. I am also ambassador for Net Zero and the EVA, which is the Electric Vehicle Association of England. We have a campaign coming up to try and push the electric vehicle conversation into the national psyche. So
it's safe to say you are excited to see the electric vehicles start to come on the roads more. You're excited to see them coming into full force in the future.
Absolutely. We know that the government have introduced the ban on the sale of brand new petrol and diesel vehicles by 2030. My journey with EV back in 2016, another rugby player, a guy called Andy Gomsall, gave me a lift in an i3 at the Cheltenham Festival. And I just, something about that experience just ignited a curiosity in me. And so I went and bought an EV for my wife a year later. And then after she told me to stop driving her EV, an i3, I thought to myself, I'm going to buy my own one. So I bought a Tesla. And then the opportunity to invest in an electric vehicle charging infrastructure company came about called Connected Curb. And just through my lived experience, I thought, this is the future. It's something to get involved with.
Yeah.
And, as I say, my interest and my love and, my connection has just grown with electric vehicles ever since.
And tell me what the best car you've ever driven is, Martin. One that really stands out.
I'd have to say, definitely by Tesla. Anyone who's seen the videos on Tesla on YouTube about how they, compete with Lamborghinis and Ferraris, something that, a lot of petrol heads, really used to have to scratch their heads about. But, there's that instant torque in an EV gives it, great performance. And as I say, that combination, with the lack of noise, because some people are addicted, to that noise.
It's quite funny because me and my friend, we had an experience of driving in a normal Ford Ka. We parked next to a Tesla and we feel so small. I can't tell you how bad, Martin. And tell me, what cars do you like that you've seen today at the British Motor Show? Which ones are really appealing and maybe you would like to maybe buy in the future?
No, I think I'm definitely I've seen some fantastic cars today, but I am definitely an EV head now. I think once you drive an EV, you realise that you are never going to go back. There's no reason now to go really and invest in a petrol car, because anyone who's a business minded knows that with the fact that new ones are going to be banned from 2030, they are going to tend to depreciate. So I'm definitely champion the EVs.
Well, Martin, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a
Pleasure.
pleasure, mate. Good luck.